Do you want to learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube? Well, let's find out how together with these 5 simple and easy steps. So step 1, you got to understand how the cube works. So the cube has 8 corner pieces that have 3 colors on them and 12 edge pieces that have 2 colors on them instead of the 3 from the corner. And there is a centerpiece which cannot be changed relative to each other. So blue will always be here from white, and then orange. These you cannot switch these exactly. Yes, it might look like you switched it, but here it's still the same in a row. Anyways, that's how the pieces work. Anyways, let's actually get into how to solve the cube. All right, first we want to do this method called the daisy method. There's a yellow center here, and the yellow is always opposite to your white center. So we want to solve from the white side. That's the easiest way. Anyways, yeah, you want to bring all your white edges to the top so that this one's already there. You want all your white edges, the edges pieces that have white as the one of the 2 colors, and bring them all to the yellow center, and make sure the white is facing to the side where the yellow center is facing. So here's a piece, so just like turn it around, learn to play with the cube a bit. All right, here's one piece that's 1 turn away, and let's look for the light. All right, here's the, and then we can just turn that, and then boom. This is a daisy. We're only focusing on the edge pieces here. So for white edge pieces, there's only 4 edge pieces per color. So anyways, now that it looks like that, we want to look at the second color on every edge piece. And since we already know it's white, we don't have to worry about that first color. We just have to worry about the second color. And we want to match it up with the center here. So we can see that the blue part of the white edge matches the center. So we'll just turn it twice here. And as you can see, this all connects. So now we want to do this for the green side is already there. So we'll just do that. 2 turns to the white side. So here's the red. We just turn it once, not the red center. Turn it again. There's the red center. Turn it twice, and then boom. All right, and then we want to do the same with the orange. The orange is already here, so then we do that. And then we have a white cross or a plus, and they're all connected to their corresponding center. All right, next up, we want to work on these bottom corner pieces so that we can complete the white face. All right, so we want to learn this algorithm right here. Okay, R, U, R prime, U prime. This is known as the sexy move or the righty algorithm. Anyways, yeah, basically you move your right side up, the top face to the left, and then bring back your right hand, then the top face to the right. Anyways, basically you want to find the corner pieces that correspond to the 3 centers. So here we have the orange, blue, white center, and we want to connect. We want to find the corner piece that has these 3 colors. So here we already have the orange, blue, and white corner for the orange, blue, and white center. So then we just want to keep on doing the righty algorithm until this connects with here, and these 2 colors also connect. So then we want to go around. Here's the white, green, and red piece. So now we just want to turn until we find the green or red and white centers. We want to keep on doing our algorithm we learned earlier, and then as you can see, now it's all connected up here. And then here's one more piece. We turn it here until we find the same color centers, green, orange, and white, and then keep doing our algorithm until it's down. And then here's our last edge piece, where we just turn until it's above the open area, and then we do our algorithm until it's in. All right. Okay, so our next step after the finishing our white face, as you can see here, all the whites are up, and as you can see, all these like sides in this row are all correct and in their place. Now we want to work on our second layer. All right, so you see these edge pieces right here that don't connect to either white nor yellow. They connect to these 2 colors on these sides. All right, so now we want to find the edge pieces that correspond to the space. So first we have this green orange center. So we want to find where the green and or green orange edge piece, and we want to find the green orange centers. So we just turn, and then here's the green and orange centers. So what we want to do, we want to connect these two colors up so that it kind of looks like a T right here. Okay, don't focus on these other pieces, you just want to see this T. All right, upside down T. Anyways, you want to move it away from the orange center. So here we would turn it this way. And then you want to do your righty algorithm you learned earlier. And then you want to also do the left-hand version of that algorithm. Basically, you want to turn the cube so that this white piece is facing to your left, okay? And you want to do the left-handed version, so left side up, and then top face to the right, and then left side down, and then top face to the left. Okay, it's like the mirror of your earlier. And we kind of got lucky here, so we don't have too many edges to solve. Or never mind. Whenever you see that there is no like of the edges that are non-yellow or white edges on the top face, you want to look at your second layer because sometimes they can be in the wrong place or flipped, as we can see here. So basically what we can do is actually just take them out the same way we put them in, like we saw earlier. So we can just move this away. We can do the righty algorithm and then the lefty algorithm. And now this edge piece is freed up and away from where it should be, and then we can put it back and then do the algorithm again, but now that we put it in the right orientation. As you can see here, that looks right. And then same thing happened here, so I'm gonna do this real quick. And then move this away and pull this up, do this down. And we can also, there's the left-handed version of this case where instead the matching center is to the left or to the right of the other center. So we can just move this to the right, do the lefty algorithm first instead, and then turn it so that it's facing the right, the white side, and then we can do the righty algorithm. And then that's our first two layers done. As you can see, white's face is not touched, and over here we have this. All right, okay, once our first two layers are done, there's one of 4 cases you'll see on top featuring our yellow edge pieces. We want to focus on that for now. So anyways, here's the first case right here. This would be a cross. So what you want to do is face the cube so that the yellow is facing up and the white facing down. Okay, you want to move the face in front of you, this face right here, this orange face. For me, it would be the orange, whatever face, so that it doesn't affect, it doesn't affect that little line we have right here. So we want to move it and down to the, this would be clockwise. Okay, so then we want to do our righty algorithm once it's like this. Okay, it would be facing to the right, righty algorithm. And then we want to undo that turn we did earlier, and then we would get this yellow cross. Okay. The next case that we would see is this L shape. It could be an L or whatever you like to think. It's when these two edges are like perpendicular from one another, but it doesn't make like a straight line across. Instead, it looks, well, I would say it's an L. Anyways, what you want to do, you want to face one of the edge pieces towards you, and the other edge piece should face to your right. So when you're holding your cube, it should look like this. One yellow edge facing you, and the yellow edge that's facing up is to the right. And then instead of the singular layer turn that we did earlier for the line, instead we want to do a fat front turn, okay, in the same direction, but instead we're doing 2 layers at once, as you can see here, so that the entire thing gets like down here. And then we want to do the righty algorithm as shown earlier, so like this, and then we'll undo that move, and then we should get our cross. Okay, so the second to last case that we can get is a dot. None of the yellow edges are facing up. So what we can do is actually force one of the other cases, one of the other 2 cases to show up earlier. So we can basically just do what we did from one of the earlier cases. So me personally, I will just do the same algorithm for the straight line case. So front side like this, okay, clockwise, and then righty algorithm. and then counterclockwise to fix it. And then, as you can see, whenever you do that, you get that L shape from earlier, and then you can do the algorithm for the L shape, which would be the fat front turn clockwise, righty algorithm, and then counterclockwise to undo it, and then we get back our cross. The final case would be if you just get the cross first try, and when that happens, well, you don't need to do the extra work of the other ones, but the other ones can happen. If you're lucky, you will get the cross. If not, then yeah. Anyways, those are the 4 possible cases you can get on your yellow edge pieces. Okay, so for the final layer, it's gonna be a little bit awkward as we're solving it because not all the pieces will be in exactly looking right as we start it. However, you're gonna have to trust the process as we go. The first thing that we want to do is like know what colors are on the corner pieces, but we don't need to focus on like their orientation. They don't have to, the yellow side doesn't have to face up where the yellow center is. Instead, we just want it to be in the right general area. We will twist the corners later. So here, we want to match up basically. So this has the red and green, red, green, yellow corner piece. So we want to find like the red, green, and yellow where all 3 intercept. Okay, so that would be here where the red, green, and yellow centers are. Now that that's in between, so this would be in its right place. So you want to look around the cube, turn the top side as many times until you can find a rotation where you can get as many like matchups. So here, yellow, blue, red, and the yellow, blue, red centers correspond with the corner correctly. And then here, this is yellow, orange, green instead of the yellow, orange, blue that these centers have. And then this is where this should be. So these 2 should switch. You should be able to realize that by now, because this is yellow, orange, blue. That's yellow, orange, green, but they're not in the right center. No matter how much you turn them, you won't be able to get it in the right place without messing up the others. So now we need to do another algorithm. So we want to bring back our righty algorithm from earlier, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we want to repeat that same motion 2 more times for 3 total repeats. Okay, so now that it's repeated twice, okay, remember that the 2 edges we want to switch go along this line. So now we want to turn the cube so that this white corner that's facing up is actually on our left hand side. So we want to move it like this, and now that our left hand side right here, okay, so the white corner piece is here, and they want to do the left-handed version of the righty algorithm, or the lefty algorithm 3 times like we did the right. So 1, so left up, and then top to the right, or yeah, to the right, left down, top to the left, and then 2 more times. And we don't want to do this last move because that'll mess up everything. Okay, we just want to like do that. We don't want to do that last move. So anyways, now we will look around. So these are all right. They're even in the right orientation, so that's good. Same thing here. These corners right where it should be. Here, yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue, red. So that's there. And then yellow, orange, blue, yellow, orange, blue. So that's in the right place. So now you want to flip the cube upside down so that the white is on top and yellow is actually at the bottom. And then we want to do our right algorithm until this yellow corner. So basically for all the yellow corner pieces that are not facing down, we repeat the righty algorithm until they're now facing down. So here, this one's not facing down. Make sure it's in like the corner is on your right side at the bottom. So then we just do our righty algorithm, 2, 3, 4, and now it's facing down. And then we just want to turn the bottom layer until the next corner is in our little slot over here. We always want to do it until it's down, and magically this will also solve itself, so don't worry. Anyways, now all our corners should be in the right spots. We'll just turn until it should look something like this. And there's so there's basically like 3 cases for this final part where we have to flip these yellow edges in order to fully solve our Rubik's Cube. So yeah, here's the first case. This is when only one side is solved and 3 sides are not solved. So we want the solve side to be in front of us, and we want to look through and we want to see something. Okay, so here the orange side is solved, and we can see here blue, green, and blue. Okay, so what's so special about this combination of colors is that this green is opposite to blue. So basically you want to find whether which of these two sides have an edge that's from the opposite color. So this entire face is blue, however this edge is from the opposite color. As you can see here, this is green side, this is blue. So this edge is from the opposite area. So we want this edge to basically go here. Okay, so the algorithm we do for that, okay, in terms of the edge, is that we first we do the righty algorithm or the lefty algorithm, just whichever of the two hand sides opposite to the corner that's like, or the edge that's opposite to the face. So here this is the opposite edge piece, so we want to do the lefty algorithm instead of which is opposite, because this is on your right, this would be on your left. And you want to do the righty algorithm, and then once it should look something like this. Okay, and then you want to do your lefty algorithm 5 times. Okay, and then you want to do your righty algorithm 5 times, because now that your left looks done. And then as you can see, the Rubik's Cube should be solved. The second case is, instead of that opposite piece being on your right side, it's actually on your left side. So as you can see here, this is blue and the face is green, and blue is opposite to green. And if you're wondering, red is opposite to orange. So yeah, anyways, yeah, so instead of doing the lefty algorithm first, we do the righty algorithm first, because this opposite edge piece is on your left instead. So we do this. Okay, we do our righty algorithm first, lefty algorithm, righty 5 times, lefty 5 times, and then your cube should be solved. All right, so the final case that can occur is that absolutely none of your edges are solved for yellow. So these 2 edges are in the wrong place, these 2 edges, so all 4 edges are not in the right place. So what we want to do is use one of the 2 algorithms, from earlier, whichever one you're more comfortable with. So I'll just do the right hand side first, so righty algorithm, lefty algorithm, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we want to look around our cube, because when you do the algorithm, at least one of the edges should be fixed when you do that. So here, this face is now fixed, and now we see this is the left hand side opposite edge piece case from earlier. So then we want to do the algorithm for that. So righty first, lefty, and then righty 5 times, and then lefty 5 times. And then there you go. Now you know how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Now you can go show your friends that you're much smarter than them, because you took your time to learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Anyways, that's it for today. See ya.